Everybody, thanks so much for joining me. So I wanted to bring you another video. Excuse me. As always, take what resonates, leave the rest. This is a timeless reading. You could also use this as a manifestation reading. All you need to do is claim the energy as your own. If you'd like to work with me on spiritual advice, twin flame stuff, astrology readings, and more, my information is in the description below. And if you'd like to book a free consult with me, my Calendly link is in the description below. Keep in mind, I get my information from God and from the Holy Spirit. I don't use any cards or anything. And remember, feminine can be masculine, masculine can be feminine. We all have masculine and feminine energies in our bodies. So use those terms as they make sense for you. All right, y'all. So let me get into it. So, it seems as though the divine masculine might have some doubts about how you feel about him, and it's scary for him to think that maybe you don't really love him, or that you don't care for him. And the thing is, for some of you, you're just kind of dating to see how it goes, and so unfortunately, that means they're seeing other people, and so are you. But it's tough because on the one hand, it's nice to, see what's out there, know your options and all that. But on the other hand, you really would like to be exclusive. And um, it's not, it's not easy, because eventually, in the long run, what you really want is to settle down to just be with one person. Um, and yeah, it's tough, I think. The divine masculine is at a crossroads and isn't really sure what to do. Um, but now, and maybe you recently had an experience, it might have been the divine feminine, so use the terms as they make sense in your situation. But it might have been that divine feminine was seeing someone and divine masculine saw them together, and he might have flew into a rage and said, okay, no more. Um, we need to figure out how we can move forward, because I can't see you with someone else. And it might have been the other way, that divine feminine saw divine masculine someone else. And either way, before now, you've been kind of keeping your options open or exploring to see what else is out there for you. And seeing that for either of you was kind of heartbreaking. But there's really nothing that you could say except, like, you can't get mad, you can't break up with them and all this, but because you have not committed to each other. But what you can say is, okay, um, we need to evaluate how we want to. Like, do we want to just commit to each other? What do we want to do? Because I can't take the pain that comes with seeing you with someone else. And so, um, the two of you have been trying to figure out how to get back to a place of balance. And I think you seeing either one of them, you seeing them, with someone else, they're very apologetic. and they're saying, no, no, you know, they're not the one that I want. It's you. And I don't want anyone to mess up what we have. Um, but maybe you feel like your partner might not be as strong as you are, or maybe you feel like you might not be as strong as them, you know. But what it did do is like, I think part of them is wondering, do you feel the same way about them they feel about you too? And so they came out and said finally, you know, in some way or another, that they love you. And you were kind of shocked because you didn't expect it, but you were wanting them to say it, and then maybe you said it collective. Either way, the both of you now have said that you love each other. So 555 on the timer again. So maybe I should talk about that, like the meaning of that a little bit, because I think it's important. All these numbers have been coming up for me again lately. And so, yes, I will try to go over one at a time, uh, and see if we could look at, you know, what those things mean for us right now. So, um, we know that 555 is about big change, transformation. Um, and so it could be happening for both of you. We know that money is going to be pouring in really soon. Opportunities are coming up, and some of those opportunities are going to require you to make an investment, whether it's in yourself and whatever you're doing, in purchasing things or whatever it is. Um, but you're needing to put something in, but you're going to get out way more than you put into situation. So if some of you might be like coaches, you might be therapists, you might be healers, you might be psychics, you might be intuitives. You might also work with the body, and you might be a coach or like a personal trainer or chef, or you might be a model. There's something to do with your body, and right now you're in high demand. You are looking at actually probably purchasing another vehicle soon. This might be a time when things are going kind of strange for, you know, working with technology, travel, your vehicles, phones, computers, tablets. There might be some cyber attacks. There might be websites going down, glitches with websites. There might be a lot of stuff going on these days. There could also be issues with communication. And for some of you, you've been trying to take your time. Like if you did see the divine masculine or the divine feminine, depending on, you know, who you are. If you did see one of them with someone else, I think you went quiet or you went ghost for a couple days or weeks or whatever, and they totally lost it and crashed out. And they're not telling you what happened, but they did. And I think you can kind of tell because they're like you are their rock. You've been there. A1 since day one. You've been there. You've been supporting, encouraging, being there, and it scared them to their core that you were not there for, you know, a couple days or a couple weeks because you don't go missing. You're always available, even if you only say a couple words. Hey, I'll get back to you tomorrow, whatever. You're not the type of person that goes missing. So if you do, it's unbearable for the other person and they don't know in that space. What are you doing? Who are you seeing? You know, who are you talking to? Are you dating someone? What are you doing? And so for them, they're like, okay, I gotta figure out how to get back in touch. And I would say this is important for you to use this time as a time to really figure out what both of you want and make um, agreements on what you want moving forward. That's what I would say. All right, y'all. I didn't want to make the video too long, so I want to talk about the 555 thing, the number, and I have more numbers to talk about. What's come up. It's 555 just today. 222, no, 111 333 444 and 1010 has come up. 700 came up a little while back as well. So this is something that's important for us. Um, maybe some of you have been reading, doing studies, or whatever, continuing education. This is a good time for some of you to be learning new things, and healing your body, your mind, your spirit. Um, but number 555, again, I was saying um, that it can definitely be about transformation. Um, things could be changing and there could be big change. So I was talking about there might be some opportunities, could be a windfall of money coming in on you. There could be, like, you could be traveling, you could be getting gifts from divine masculine, or, divine masculine, you could be getting gifts from divine feminine, or you could be getting spiritual gifts, could be communicating a lot with um, God and getting downloads and getting information that you need. Um, your body might have been tired, or you might have been really impacted by that separation that you had with your divine counterpart. And now I think they know just how hard it is to be apart from you. And like I said, you don't go missing. You're there every day. You never fail. And so that you did go missing for them, it's pretty scary. Um, so I wanted to get back to 555. Change. That's what my sources say. Change can be coming into your life very soon. Also, um, aligned with your divine purpose. Um, and also positive changes in energy. You can be blessed. You can be growing. Um, so it equals up to 555. It's 1 plus 5, 15. So that's 6. It says harmony, balance, love, nurturing energy, reinforcing that spiritual message. Awakening and higher consciousness could be something that's going on for you. And like I was saying, your spiritual gifts, abilities, powers could be growing. Release and surrender. Let go. Do not, this is something that I've been doing a lot lately, let go. And in that, in the situation that you have with your divine counterpart, instead of you trying to scramble and hold on so tightly, you know what happens when you try to hold on really tightly and water is in your hand. It all goes rushing out. So instead, release. And I've been talking about this with manifestation too, letting things go. Um, let it go, let God take care of it. And for me, it was really important lately just to let it go. And God took care of it, and God will continue to take care of it. But it's talking about being in divine alignment as well, in love. Um, if you're single, a new love connection could be coming in. If you are a part of a couple or a union, um, your relationship can be moving to the next level, transforming. There might be issues that you have had that are being taken care of. The passion might be back. You could be making an important decision about this, which is something that I've been talking about recently too. Decide, how do you want to move forward? How do you want to do this? What do both of you really want? For twin flames, um, for the union, you might be about to meet your twin flame, sorry, or unite with them. Um, After you've been apart. If you're already connected, you may be separated for a time because this could be um, something you need to do to grow, and then you could get back together. For career and finances, again, I've been talking about this for a new job. You could be going to totally new profession. There could be abundance, a lot of things pouring in on you. So, but just keep in mind that with your twin flame, you might have separated, you might have had a scare with each other recently because one of you saw the other with someone, could have been both for all we know. But the thing is that you have to think about the way you are feeling when you saw that, or they have to think about how they felt when they saw you with someone else. And they're like, no, they never want to see it again. They can't bear it. And they, whatever it was, either you or they experienced a collective or both, where you saw what it was like on the other side. Because sometimes people have FOMO, fear of missing out, and they're like, the grass must be greener on the other side of the fence. And then when it happens, you're like, nah, it's not greener on the other side of the fence. As a matter of fact, it's like I want to get back to the original side. So just keep in mind the grass ain't always green on the other side. You know that. But keeping your options open, I think sometimes it's good, even if it's to see how you would feel if the other person's with someone else, or how they would feel when they're with you, because then, you really know that you really want each other. If neither one of you is bothered, then you know that that might not be the thing for the two of you, but it sounds like collective that you're really heartbroken, bothered, or the divine masculine, or, your counterpart was. And so you are deciding to move forward together instead of apart. Um, I didn't want to make this video too long. I just wanted to share some of this stuff with you. And I'm going to bring you some more videos. I'm gonna um, talk some more about some of the angel numbers that have come up, and what's going on currently. And as always, happy lightning fast manifesting. Continue to glow up, continue to watch, read, listen to things that lift you up, continue to focus on growing your spiritual gifts, abilities, and powers. Continue to focus on surrounding yourself with people that want you to win and energy that will lift everyone up. And I'm going to talk to y'all again soon. All right. Love y'all. Bye for now.